Hi there guys and girls, I just wanted to do a video about the classic Mortal Kombat arcade stick because I was talking to Fate and Dragoon last night about possibly playing on Fightcade, and the lads mentioned that you can use this stick because I mentioned wanting to be able to use like arcade controls, and I went, oh, that's cool. And then I realised that my low punch, as you can see, my low punch button is loose, and that's going to drive me mad. I used to work at an arcade, and whenever I encounter this, I fixed it immediately because it wasn't that hard. Open the door, put your hand up, hold the button, and tighten it up, right? I used to always do that. And so I wanted to get inside this one and tighten this up. Now, for those of you who don't know, who probably have the Mortal Kombat 9 one, the Mortal Kombat 9 one here has this elegant latch here. You just flick the latch and it opens up. You've got access to everything. This does not have a latch. So I started to look at it. I'm like, how the hell do you get into this thing to fix it? You know, and I knew there must have been a way because, you know, this is like a common issue. You know, something could go wrong inside, you know. And so I thought, I started to search YouTube. There was nothing. And then Dragoon found something on Reddit talking about how to get inside it. But before we get into that, I just want to mention something else. Give me one sec. Okay, the other thing I want to mention was I'm like, well, I'll check the documentation. This is the documentation that came with the stick. As you can see, it says nothing. That's it. This is it. Look, that's it. This just says where PDP is this side, and this side says how to connect the game stick. Take the detachable controller cable, insert the mini USB into the mini USB port, blah blah, take the USB side of the controller cable, insert it into the game console, turn on your console, and it works! These aren't even fucking instructions, this is common sense. So this doesn't even mention on how to do basic maintenance on this stick. And so I thought, if I can get into this thing, I'm going to make a video, and that's where we are right now. And that's what we're doing. So, being as that I'm a laptop technician, computer technician, and I take things apart a lot, I can usually work out how to get into things. I started to look at this. Now, the first thing you'll notice is that there's no screws anywhere on it, but the top felt kind of loose. And I thought, this must open, because I could feel that it was kind of loose. Then I did notice that there was, as you can see, 3 screws here, but there's covers on them, these little black caps that cover them up like that normally. You know, I'm like, okay, I get it. So I flicked them off and I noticed that these are cam nuts. Now, for those of you who don't know what a cam nut is, a cam nut has a 180-degree turn motion. It turns and unlocks. It doesn't keep unscrewing like a regular screw. So, for example, I can show you here. That's it in the lock position. I can literally turn it 180 degrees to the other way and it won't go any further. See, it literally goes 180 degrees. That's what it does. And so I started to turn these and, you know, I couldn't figure out, this top would not come off. I kept persisting with it and then I finally figured it out. And this is going to be for those people who want to get in here and do some basic maintenance. So, if you're looking at, one thing before I get into that too, these caps, when you take these off, be very careful. They break really easily. I broke 2 of them. You can get them on AliExpress as a replacement. It's the one that just has sort of the round stump. I don't know if you can see that. It doesn't have the cross stump. There's 3 stump types. This one's just a round one. Anyway, yeah, you can find them on Ali. The only thing is you have to buy 100 of them. Yeah, so anyway, once you get them off, you'll see the 3 cam nuts here on the back. So I'll do the back first, and I'll show you what we're going to do. So, as you can see, these are all in the lock position. What we're going to do is, we could turn it a full 180 degrees that way, but I wouldn't recommend doing that. I recommend turning it so it's pointing straight down. The part that's longer here, this sort of pointy part, there's one part of this cross that like sticks out. That's your indicator which way it's facing. Have it point vertically down, have it point south. We're going to do that 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. So straight down, right? We're going to flick this one around, and we're going to repeat the same thing here. We're going to turn it straight down, straight down. I'm just using a flathead screwdriver, by the way. Did leave that part out. And the last one, that one's being a bit difficult. Straight down. Right. Now once we've done that, this will then come off, just like that. There you go. And that's how you do it. See, I thought the top came off. Turns out it's the bottom that comes off. That's why it might feel kind of weird. And then once you've done that, as you can see, you have full access to the micro switches if you want to do any maintenance on the stick. For those of you who don't know how you pop these out, I guess I could show you. These, if you want to take these wires off, you can wiggle them off. They're spade terminals. These batons have a little plastic like wing on the side here. If you ever want to get one of these switches out, you sort of just get your finger under the back of it and pop that little pin out just like that, and then you can just take that out like that. See, if you want to do that, it gives you more access to the tightening nut, and then you just pop it back in on that corner and just push up, and then it will just sit back in spot. And that's the same for the stick there. And then once we've done that, we can go back to closing her up. As you can see, yeah, those are how cam nuts work. These are the cam nut locking bolts. We just put that back on. If you want it back to know, the tag goes at the back where the plaque is. We just drop that on top. Right. And then we make sure we're facing the right way, of course. We tighten these back up to, what, 11 o'clock? Like that. We go around. We go back to 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. And that's it. And that's how you do maintenance on the classic MK arcade stick. As you can see, it's locked now. It's not going anywhere. And now I can clean that up because it dropped a little bit of sawdust there. And yes, I did this on my temporary fridge because I had no room anywhere else. So there, that's how you do maintenance on the classic MK arcade stick. Yeah, I want to thank Dragoon for the info we dug up on Reddit on the cam bolts. I just had to figure out the positioning and how it opened up. And yeah, I hope this helped you guys out, because it was very annoying when there wasn't a video about how to do this. So I said, I'm making a video of this. So here we are. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see you later. Peace out.